Hey you guys, it's Jen and Bryan from Advon, and we are going to talk a little bit about what it's like to get your home sold in Northern Virginia. So this is a very interesting market because people are obviously always buying and selling homes, and it's usually people say, when's the best time to go on the market? And people are like, it's spring. But guess what? In Northern Virginia, people are always coming in and going out. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about today was actually what is it like preparing to go and talk with an actual realtor. And we're actually going to talk about what it's like sitting down and talking with us through that process. So what are some of the things that you typically see me send out in one of our fun packages when we're preparing for a discussion with someone who's looking to sell their house?
Well, the listing appointment, you're looking for information on the property, and
right.
that you have to have that in order to, what are you looking for on comps it's how you put your package together for your presentation. So what you're sending out is what updates have you done with what was it, what was the year they occurred, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Because that's very important to get the right pricing.
Why do you think that that's super important for the seller to share that information with us?
Well, because if it's something if it's got a new roof, that may be something that they may not necessarily think about. So it's triggering. For example, I just sent one out yesterday. So looking at that, it's, you were given examples. What are some things that may not be present to the natural eye?
The unsexy stuff, like insulation. It's
Yeah.
unsexy, but it's very helpful.
Yes. Or you just redid the floors. You may not have put new hardwoods in, but you may have just redone them. So when did you do that? A new roof, what type was it? When did you put it on? New HVAC. A lot of people don't think about that, oddly enough.
Yeah. So not just the aesthetic things, but the functional, like, performance items of the home.
Because that can increase your value.
Absolutely. So it's great that you mentioned that. Some of the things that we also ask for are things like the plat map if you recently had a refinance, or the original plat map or survey. That's super helpful because people are looking for that information, or even floor plans. People love to see a floor plan because guess what? They want to know where they're going to be able to lay their furniture down. It's very helpful to have that information. So coming from the realm of wanting to know the bottom line, what are some of the things that I generally ask for when we're trying to get all of this together?
Well, it's always helpful if you can let us know if you have mortgages on the house, and that a lot of people may not think. They may have a first and a second, but that could be in the realm of an equity line because they use that to do improvements or add a roof or for whatever reason, but they don't necessarily realize that's actually a lien against the property.
Right.
So that's something that you need to know, because if you don't know that, you don't know how to create their net sheet to break down if you sell at this price point, if you sell at this price point. You don't have that information to necessarily go in with the strongest presentation that you can actually give them.
Absolutely.
And it also helps you from your marketing standpoint.
Yes, and so what a net sheet truly is understanding where your bottom line is going to be so that I can position both what your bottom line is going to be when you get paid out, along with what the taxes are in an estimation. So it's not truly what your number is going to be, it's an estimation coming from an understanding of what the payout is from your mortgage, from where title is going to be, and I pull all those numbers from a really great estimation algorithm that we have. So we put all of that together so that you can have a really good understanding of how you will potentially be able to get the highest and best number possible based on what the market is currently doing and what improvements have been made and what marketing we would be able to provide, from the staging to the excellent photography and all of those things. So just wanted to kind of give you a perspective of what goes into a presentation, and it really should never be more than 30 or 45 minutes because you get all of the information about our marketing materials up front. Yes, true. You get all of that up front, and then we confirm that appointment so that you know what you're getting into, because obviously the most important thing to you is what the bottom line is going to be. So hopefully that's helpful and gives you perspective on what to expect when you're going into a listing presentation.